AK Legion has long been regarded as one of the most important achievements, benchmarks for mid-game and end-game gameplay. But do you really need AK Legion? Today we answer this question. At AK Legion, you get 36 Legion members. You also unlock the full grid of your Legion board. But it's important to keep in mind, it isn't at AK where you unlock this whole Legion board. In fact, it is much earlier, and that is the crucial point of this video. At 6K Legion, you're able to also unlock the full Legion board. As you see here, all of these Legion blocks will be unlocked and you can fill them up with characters. However, you won't have as many members to fill them up with, but they will be available for use. 6K Legion, also known as Heroic Legion Rank 2, gives you 28 members, which is 8 less members than the 8K Legion. Obviously, you're also missing 2000 Legion levels and battle power and whatever else, but you get all the benefits of an 8K Legion, and you can basically almost max out 3 grids assuming you do it properly. Now, for the priority of a 6K Legion, here is what I would personally recommend. I'm gonna break this up into 4 specific sections. So the first section are the level 200s, and these are the characters that are able to reach SS rank, which will give you 4 Legion single pieces, so 4 Legion blocks as a level 200. And the second section, we're going to talk about the level 210s, which are the link skills that you need to get to level 3. And the third section, we're going to talk about the level 120 links, which include all of the characters that have good level 2 links, but they do not have level 3 links. And 4, we'll talk about your main stats and secondary stats, possibly in your journey to 6K Legion. For our first level 200, we have Kana, and Kana gives % boss damage, super useful. And this is in no particular order. The second one we have is Zero. Zero gives 10% increase EXP at level 200. It's a bit annoying to do a questline, but it's basically free 100 levels to get you started. And you really only have to level it 100 times. But again, the quest is quite convoluted and long. Next, we have Phantom, and this is more so for meso rate, and you get 4% meso increase at level 200. Corsair gives you 10% minion duration, aka summon duration, which affects any summons including Lucisoul. Mechanic gives you 20% buff duration, which is good for classes like Kaiser, or even if you want a increase in buff duration for the AB link. And obviously it does not affect 5th job skills. Another resistance we have is Wild Hunter. Wild Hunter is a 20% chance to deal 18% additional damage. Following that, we have Blaster, which gives 5% extra ignore defense. And then we have Jet, which increases your critical damage by 5%, extremely useful to have. Same thing for Shade, 5% critical damage. And Hayato. Lastly, we have 2 Explorers. Explorer Thief, which gives 4% critical rate. And Explorer Archer, Marksman, which gives also 4% critical. If you do all of these 12 characters to level 200 for the Legion, you will get a total of 2.4k levels. Next, we have Link Skills. For Link Skills, we have first the Training Link, Mercedes, Evan, and Aran. Now for bossing, we have Luminous, Demon Slayer, Demon Avenger, Arc, Angelic Buster for bursting. Some classes might not use this. As well as Beast Tamer, which gives bonus crit rate and boss damage. If you do all of these characters, 9 characters to level 210 for the level 3 link, which I definitely recommend that you should. They are absolutely essential. It'll take you maybe 2 hours from 200 to 210 depending on the class and how good the mobbing is, assuming you max all of the multipliers. It could take longer if you don't max the multipliers. You will get approximately 1.9k levels, or 1.89k level to be exact. Following that, we have the level 120 links, and that includes classes such as Kinesis, which gives crit damage, Kadena, which basically gives 12% bonus damage, 3 Explorer Mages, Ice Lightning, Fire Poison, and Bishop. We also have 2 more Thieves that we didn't count on top of Nightlord, including Bandit and Dual Blade. And lastly, we have the resistance link, which is, since we already have 3 resistance from before from the level 200 Legion, we only count 1, which is the Battle Mage. And for Battle Mage, you only have to get him to level 120 and you should be good. And if you do all of these classes that I just mentioned, you have a total of 960 levels extra on top of what we counted before. And lastly, we have the primary and secondary stats, which I'm not going to go too much in depth of. I'll post all of it right here. And you can just look at whichever one that you are going after, whether it be strength, int, dex, luck. For those of you who are mid-game, or maybe even early endgame, you probably don't even need to reach 8k Legion anytime soon. 6k Legion is a definite must because you get access to the whole board. And with 28 Legion members laid out in the way that I talk about, you'll get about enough pieces to almost fill 3 parts on the outside, be it crit damage, boss damage, or IED. However, you might have to leave the inner parts blank. And obviously, I don't mean completely blank, but also just have a single line going through it, similar to what I do. 8k Legion is definitely something that you should push for down the line as you reach more and more endgame and you really have no other ways to gain damage, but 6k is definitely the must. 8k is the I'll push for it when I have time and when Burning event comes around, and there's definitely no rush to do so. That's the main point of this video. As you saw in this video's calculations, just from adding up all the previous 3 sections, not including the 4th section with the main stat and secondary stat, you already have 2.4k levels plus 1.89k plus 960 for a grand total of 5.25k, which basically means you're only 750 levels away from getting the 6k Legion. So you can basically just use any main stat or secondary stat character to fill that 750 level gap. And keep in mind that Legion, you can only use the highest 40 level characters and they have to be level 60 and above. So just keep that in mind that you can't just make 52 characters and call it a day. You have to have 40 of the main ones, and those are the ones that go into your Legion level counting. I wish it were different and it counts all 50 because that'll be a lot easier, but unfortunately that's not the way it is. So that's that. With 6k Legion, you can get basically a maximum of 112 blocks, and how you work that out is essentially have 28 Legion members, obviously not 36, times the, I would say 4 on average. So each of these blocks that are level 200, I expect you guys to have 28 level 200s, to be honest, from just the main stat and secondary stat ones. And as a result, you will have 112 blocks. And in the middle, 12 blocks form a single line here. So 112 blocks, you basically have 100 blocks left over to put into the main 3 sections, which is the boss damage, crit damage, and IED. To fill out essentially everything on all 3 of these, because there are 40 each, it will be 120. So essentially, you'll be 20 blocks short from filling out everything on the outer parts, as well as the long horizontal line that you see on here. So yeah guys, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.